So I am live, and let's see. Yeah, just wanted to pop on tonight. I'm going to put in the comments too about my group, the private group. Oops. Just typing something in the comments. And I can't see very well. Kind of dark in here. Auto type. Hi, if you're just joining me, I'm just trying to type something in the comments. I'm going to be talking about spiritual things, spiritual stories. Let me see. That's really odd. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for some people to pop on. I felt called to come on here tonight and give some messages to whoever was kind of not able to sleep. And like me, so I figured I would pop on here. And okay, just playing around with my controls here. All right. And comments. Yeah. All right. Great. So if you're just joining me, I just wanted to pop on, and I felt like there were some people that might not be able to sleep tonight, like me, and maybe wanted to chat or share some stories. And my StreamYard's doing some weird things. It's kind of switching out things on me. It's really strange. Wow. Things are like, my comments are disappearing. So let me just get on my Facebook. If you're here and you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Talking about some spiritual experiences, maybe some paranormal experiences, maybe some angel experiences, any experiences that you may have had. And if you would like to share a story, you can come and join my live broadcast. I would love to have you on and we can chat. I will post the link in the comments if you'd like to come on and share a story. Maybe you've seen an angel, maybe you've seen a fairy, maybe you've seen a spirit. If you have any story at all that you would like to share, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. One of my first stories, I was probably, I would say about, let me see, probably 5 or 6. And I saw my first angel. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, this is really doing some strange things tonight. It's like it's on auto dictate. I'm just playing around. So if you join me, just leave a comment for me. I'm just gonna try to shut all of my other windows because, like I said, my computer's doing some weird things. So here we go. I'm gonna close that. All right. Let's see. Go back to my live stream. All right. And it looks like I might be the only one up tonight. So if nobody pops on, then I will just log out. But I just felt like there was some people that needed a message tonight, and I just wanted to come on and just talk about things. But I am having technical difficulties, so I think I will end this broadcast. My computer's doing weird things. Hi, if you just joined me, my computer's doing some weird things. It's on auto type, and I don't even have that on intentionally, so I'm trying to turn that off. So if you just give me a minute. And if you're here, just go ahead and leave me a comment so I know you're here. I just popped on. I felt like some people needed to hear some messages tonight, or maybe share some stories about some, I don't know, unexplained, maybe paranormal, spirit, angel, anything interesting like that. I'd love for somebody to join me and share a story. So let me see. Just saving this on my computer. And like I said, my computer's doing this weird dictate, and I don't want it to do that. I don't know why it's doing it. But anyway, hi Gail, thank you for joining me. So I was just popping on here because I couldn't sleep and I got this little burst of energy, and I thought there might be some other people that can't sleep tonight, and my computer's just doing really weird things. It's doing this dictate thing, and I don't want it to do that. So, but it just keeps doing it. So whatever I'm saying keeps going in my chat box, which is rather annoying. Yeah, so Gail, do you have any stories about angels, fairies, anything like that that you would like to share? I don't know. I just remember back in the days of Art Bell, and then it was, yeah, my dad used to listen to that all the time. And my dad was one of the first ones that he actually introduced me to Diana Cooper. So he was so excited to tell me about her. He's like, oh, you would love her. You know, she talks about angels and all of this stuff. So I was just thinking about all of the unexplained experiences I've had in my life. And I know a lot of people have a lot of unexplained experiences too. And I was looking to see if anybody would want to come on and share. So I felt like I said, like a lot of people might not be able to sleep tonight. The energy's kind of different tonight. But the good news is I did get my computer to stop dictating every word that I said. So, Gail, I'm trying to think where I know you from. Is it Gary? I think your name was familiar from Gary. Is that right? If you're still with me, let me know. Did we meet through Gary? Yeah, lots of cool spiritual gifts coming in right now too. Very, very cool spiritual gifts. Been getting a lot of upgrades with the spiritual gifts. So yeah, there's 2 comments on here. Let's see what they are. I think they might be mine, but yep, there we go. Yeah, so anyway, if you're just joining me, welcome. I have my cards out. I have several different decks. If anyone would like a message, I would like to give you a message, or just open up to what Spirit has for a message for you, a channeled in message. Or I'm also inviting anyone who would like to join my live feed and to just talk or share a story, something spiritual, something unexplained, maybe something that happened to you. And if you're shy and you don't want to come on, you are welcome to type it in the chat, and I will post it up on the top here in the comments, and people can read that. My brother, let me see. So Gail says, Let me just see. My brother's alarm went off at 5 a.m. and 10 minutes later, my mom got out of bed and fell. Oh my goodness, did that just happen tonight? I'm sorry, Gail. Yeah, yeah, Gary's classes. I knew that's where I had seen your name. Yeah, thank you so much. I do remember you, and I remember you buying some crystals too. Have a lot of my crystals right here with me that I got from Gary. This is one of my favorite ones. Aw, is she doing okay now? Gail, is your mom doing better? And if you would like, if you would post your mom's name, let's see. I will send her some healing while we're live. Love to do that for you. And I'm going to post my invite link. As I said, um, if anybody in this live stream would like to come on with me and share a story, maybe you have an angel story, a fairy story, a spiritual awakening story, all you have to do is follow this link and you can come on and we can chat. It would be so much fun. You don't need any special equipment. All you need to do is just follow the link, and yeah, you can just come on. I'll see that you're here, and you can join my live broadcast. So, Gail, what was your mom's name? I'm just going to send her some healing. As I sense into your mom's energy, Gail, I feel like she's been a little bit weary, a little bit tired, um, which we did. Let me see. Okay, so he thought my sister or I did it, which we didn't, but I went over at 5:30 a.m. to help her get up. Ah, so you just felt that something wasn't right, huh? Yeah, yeah, that happens a lot. Mary, now in the nursing home. Okay, so Gail's mom, Mary, is now in the nursing home. So anybody joining this live broadcast, let's just send Mary, Gail's mom, all kinds of healing love and light and energy. And I'm sending you some clearing, Gail, because it feels like some of this energy is kind of heavy for you. As I sense into your energy and into your mom's, my eyes start to water. And I know that whenever I feel my eyes start to water through people's energy, that you're just experiencing some, some emotions, and things are kind of difficult emotionally. And I totally get it. I totally get it. So, just sending healing and clearing to the actual nursing home where your mom is, sending clearing there, and yeah, some extra healing and the angels to be with your mom and kind of lift her spirits. So yeah, I hope that you feel that love and that light that I'm sending out to you and your mom, Gail. Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting you said that, because I was feeling heart. So let me send your dad some healing for his heart and some clearing and just overall clearing for your dad, Gail. So let me just ask the angels. Let me ask God what I can do. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just giving him overall clearing, and it feels like in his energy, like his body, he just needs a little bit of boost with circulation, that aspect of his body. So I'm just sending all kinds of healing and clearing to that, and extra clearing to his heart. And I see the angels really working with his heart. And also, I feel in my right eye got a little bit itchy. So when I feel things, I have to clear them and send healing. So I feel like somebody, could be you, has been having a little bit of eye irritation as well. So I'm being called to send healing to that. So let me just send healing to this. And it feels like maybe allergies, something like that. Yes, I feel that allergies. As you typed it, I was saying it. So whoever that is, I know the angels know, and the energy goes exactly where it needs to go with our intentions. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, yeah. It feels like it's kind of like down on the side of his throat too, as well. So maybe this post nasal, maybe he's feeling a little bit, dry throat. Maybe just make sure he's really hydrated, because I was feeling like overall his energy felt like his circulation and just he just need a little boost and a little what I call vital energy to just kind of help him. Yeah, yeah. So if you're just joining me, I just felt called to come on tonight and just to basically just chat with anybody that was up. It's 10:02 where I am, actually 10:03. He doesn't like water. Mm. Well, I think I know what my thing is, why I can't sleep, because I actually had some coffee this afternoon. I was watching my twin granddaughters, and when my son and my daughter in love came home, I wanted some coffee, and it was so good. So I split it with my mom. I had a half a cup of coffee. So here I am. Hi, Erin. Thank you for joining me. If you scroll up in the chat, I just felt called to come on here tonight, and Gail's joining me, and I was just sensing into all of this energy and sending everybody healing that might need it. And I just felt called to come on. So I don't know. I'm not at the retreat this time. I didn't feel called to go. I have a lot of stuff going on, in my life, very busy. And so I didn't join this time. It's like the first one I've missed. So I've been kind of sad because I miss, I miss seeing everybody, but it's okay. They'll be tapping in masterclass and all that. So it's cool. So anyway, Erin, I posted a link, and I was asking if anybody wanted to come on with me on my live broadcast. And if you had a story to share, a spiritual story, anything that's been going on in your world. If you hear a noise, that's my dog in the background, just kind of sneezing, kind of not. That's her. That's not me. So she stopped. But if anybody would like to come on and join me and chat about anything spiritual, any breakthroughs that you've had or you're having, any stories, anything going on, you're welcome to come on. Let me see. Gail says, got teary-eyed from not going to the retreat. Yes, yes, I was feeling the eye watering. So as I was sensing into all the energy around you, Gail, and yeah, I feel you. But we're all around, we're all doing our thing, and so here we are tonight, gathered here on my live broadcast. So, like I said, I definitely felt called to come on tonight, and I just waited. And I also posted up above in the comments if anybody would like to join my private group. It's Reverend Melissa Kennedy live reading and events, because I know a lot of people on these public live streams, people don't like to comment, they don't like to talk, and I get it. People are afraid that other people will judge them, and or they might think they're odd talking about spiritual things. But you know what? It's time to kind of let go of worrying about that stuff and just be who we are, I think. So um yeah, so a lot of really interesting energy this year. So one of my predictions for the year of 2023 was this was a year of the heart. And I don't know about any of you, but for me, it truly has. Like, that prediction has come true for me. Um, and it's interesting. I've had to go, to the doctor and be seen a couple times. I've had some weird health things going on, which I know are also spiritual, but they're also health-wise as well. And the doctors keep trying to convince me that there's something wrong with my heart. And so every time they say that, I just cancel, clear, delete that, and I'm like, nope. It's all good. I'm not taking that on as part of my story. Everything's checking out all okay. And I'm not letting that kind of thought be planted into my reality. And we have to really be careful what we say to people if it's not for their highest and best good, because we can say really positive things to people, but they'll always remember the negative ones. And those are the ones that will stick, right? And then we'll start playing those over in our mind. And if we're careful, we might bring on those words that they've cast upon us onto ourselves. And we don't want to do that. So, if people have said things to you and they don't resonate with you and you're not feeling it, and you know that even if it's a doctor, whoever, question everything these days. That's what I tell everybody. And if you feel it in your spirit and it doesn't sit well with you, it doesn't sit well with you, and don't let anybody convince you that it does, because we have our own truth. We have our own inner compass. And we really have to, now more than ever, listen to that inner compass, that voice, that guiding voice, that guiding light, whatever you want to call it. Listen to that, and don't let anybody's words that don't resonate or ring true in your spirit as for your highest and best good, because we can always be our own worst enemy, if we're not careful and let that negative speak take over. But when, we confide in people and we might tell them something, and then they say something to us that's negative or might bring us down, then that doesn't help us, And sometimes people do that and they don't intentionally do it, but they do bring us more negativity, when really what we're looking for is maybe just somebody to listen, not so much as to tell us what we need to do, or what they think we need to hear. So we just need to be very mindful of that. So Gail is driving. Yeah, Gail, be careful while you're driving. But it's so cool how technology is these days. How, here I am sitting in my home in middle America, and you are driving somewhere in your automobile, and we're just connecting here through, I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on YouTube Live right now. So very, very fascinating how that works. So I love it. Wondering what I see for you, Gail. Let me just see. So let me just sit with that for a minute, and let me see what Spirit has to say for you. What I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is a lot of self-care, and quiet time is very important for you right now, Gail. That's what Spirit's saying. And the angels are saying, spend more time calling upon them and bring them into your meditations more. Really connect in with your angel, your guardian angel, your highest guide. And I see around you an angel that is very much dressed in white. So this might be your guardian angel, and some people might identify it as a highest guide or a spirit guide. And that is the angel I see around you, Gail. So let me know what you think about that. And I feel like you're just shuffling a lot of things around, because Spirit's showing me you're just shuffling a lot of things around, even paperwork. You're just working on a lot of different things. So they're saying just take the time for you, stay grounded, and don't try to do everything at once. Just kind of let things unfold, and so that's what I'm hearing for you, Gail. And so we have Linda. Hi, Linda. I've seen you once already tonight on another live with Greg and Allie. Yeah, Linda. I just felt called to come on tonight. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, gosh, like I have a lot of energy. And it's because I drank coffee in the afternoon, I think, but I still wanted to come on, and I knew that there were probably some night owls like me, and maybe some people that couldn't sleep. So I was like, I need to just come on and just do a random live. In the beginning of this live, I was just kind of having technical problems. That was going on. So that's why I'm on, Linda. And I was also inviting people on to share maybe a spiritual story, or perhaps an angel story, or some kind of breakthroughs they've been having spiritually in their lives. You are welcome to come on and talk to me. That would be so much fun. Um, I don't know. I was just thinking about all of the really wild experiences I've had in my life as far as unexplained stories and phenomenon. Um, and my dad was very much someone that was really into that kind of thing as well. And I know he's watching from spirit, and he's so proud that I'm really spiritual now and connecting with him a lot now while he's in spirit. So he's still very close to me always. So yeah, so that's why I came on. But if anybody would like a message or they have a particular question, I'm free to and open. If you have a question, something that you've been kind of searching for an answer for, and it's just not coming, or you're just not getting the focus that you need. And this year has been that kind of energy. It's almost a lot like 2020 for me. A lot of weird time anomalies happening, a lot of days, like what day is this? What time is it? Oh my gosh, am I late for this? And I'm really not loopy. It's really the energy and what's going on with the whole planet, and people just having all of these weird energies hit them, especially if you're spiritual. So, yeah. So Michelle says, hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing? Like I said, they're in the comment section. There's a link if you would like to come on and say hi. You don't have to be all, beautiful. People have even, I see people pop on in their bathrobe and whatever, it's 10:14 where I am. But yeah, so I would welcome someone to come on and chat. And if you have a question, I would love to answer your question, and just see what comes through from a guide, from your angel, your spirit guide, anything like that. And yeah. So Linda says, I have had quite the uneventful life's journey compared to yours. I don't know about that, Linda. Never compare that. And be careful about saying that, because you don't know what's going to happen. Honest to God, like, my story about my experience with the ETs, and how I was actually listening to a podcast from Massetti Ranch, James Gillian. And Linda says, I know we are not to compare, right? I really know what day it is. Yeah, that's a thing, that's really a thing. And I'm not loopy. I'm not dizzy. I'm a very grounded person, but I do have a lot going on in my life. And I said to one of my friends the other day, and he's about my age, and I was like, my gosh, I thought at my age, like when my kids grew and left, that my life would be less complicated and less busy. But it's actually just the opposite, which I'm very grateful for, don't get me wrong. But I was thinking like, oh, it's great, my kids will be grown, I'm still young, I'm going to be doing a lot of things, which I am. But yeah, like sometimes it's a lot, because you really have a lot of interests, a lot of things that you're interested in that you might not have been able to do while you're raising your children. And I find that that's what I've been working on. All those things where I had devoted so much of my love and my life to my children, I wouldn't change that for $1 million. I would do everything again like that. But now it really is my time. Okay. So I really feel like, um, you know, that's how it goes. And it's a good thing because we always have something different pictured in our mind of how things should be. But, you know, it's never what we think it's going to be. And Gail says, thank you. I'm running low spiritually for sure. Always fall asleep. Aw, it's okay. Just set your intentions at night. And believe it or not, God, the angels, the universe works with us while we sleep. And we get downloads. And you don't have to remember everything, Gail. You just don't. So, Lynn Chambers, you're new here. I don't think I've seen you. So welcome to my live broadcast. And Lynn is asking, hi, could you tell me if my mom and my brother are okay? And so I'm hearing yes. And I'm very sorry um, for your loss. And I'm feeling a lot of on your part, Lynn, kind of like you have some regrets about things. And I just want to tell you that everyone has regrets, but don't keep your mind and your consciousness in those places because our loved ones want us to be happy. And when they move on, I'm assuming that your mom and your brother are in spirit. So that's what I'm feeling. So, just know that this is not our home. We don't stay here. We're just passing through, and we do all reunite. And I always say, love is a circle. Um, it never ends. So, yeah. Um, and so how I do mediumship is interesting, and I really like to do mediumship in private readings. It's very important because um, a lot of personal things come through, and a lot of things that are emotional come through in mediumship readings, and I find it's very, very um, it's delicate sometimes. And also I just like to have that real link um, with people as we connect and we talk, because our loved ones really want to bring their messages in clearly. And when we're actually communicating together um, in the area of mediumship, I really like to have that close contact and that voice contact with people. So yeah, Lynn, I do hear yes to that question. Okay, yes, absolutely yes, yes. And there is something I'm hearing about, like building this friendship. So, mother-daughter relationships can be very beautiful, and they're also our most intense relationships as women. And so, if you had some turbulence in your relationship, I was sensing that building of that, friendship was something that was starting to blossom, and perhaps that feeling of not being able to fulfill that might be where some of your feelings of wanting forgiveness. But um, know that when we cross over, the things that really matter for us here won't matter to us when we leave these physical bodies. Everything will make perfect sense. So, but it's all part of our journey here. So thank you for your questions, Lynn. um, and so, yeah, Gail says, let me see, Michelle. Let me see, I want to catch your comment. Michelle, clarifying to say diseased grandparents. Okay. Um, oh, I didn't read the first part of your question. Let me go back up here. So it was interesting. Today, my old neighbor from childhood grandparents popped in unexpectedly. The only thing they gave me was a reminder of their names. I continue to be surprised by some of these things. And then Michelle went on to say, clarifying to say, Diseased grandparents. Yeah, yeah, deceased. Okay, deceased. Yeah, why am I saying it? Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. I did read it diseased and deceased. I'm sorry. I'm just reading it for face value. I wasn't trying to fix a typo or anything. And don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah. Um, yeah, the mediumship messages, when people come in, it's very interesting. Like sometimes a song will come through. Um, yeah. And messages come in all different ways. We might smell their perfume. We just might hear a song that they loved. It just so many ways. We might get a craving for a food that they love, but we might not necessarily like ourselves, like little things like that to show us. Uh, Excuse me, when I'm speaking truth, air just moves through me. But little things that kind of come to us that tell us that these things are real, and we are getting messages from our spirit, our people that have crossed over. So yeah, let me see. So Linda says, very little sleep lately, can feel very tired and almost not tired too. Yeah, Linda, that does make sense. If you're still with me, yes, that makes absolute sense. I mean, I just find myself just laying there sometimes, and I'll try to find an interesting podcast to listen to. And, just sometimes sleep eludes me. So, and Lynn says, I did not get to see her when she passed. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lynn. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, honey. And yeah, Linda says, I'm here. Awesome. So, yeah, let me just see if there's anything else. I just felt, like I said, I just felt like coming on and just sharing some time until I got a little bit tired. Um, but yeah, so if nobody wants to join me or come on and talk, I was really hoping somebody would, and maybe somebody that watches the replay. If you have a spiritual story to share, perhaps something that you feel might help others with their spiritual journey, um, I'd love to help you come on and share your story. I've found that through my spiritual awakening and all the things that I've experienced, that everybody sharing their story helps another person to know that what they're experiencing is not crazy, they're not strange, and they're having some experiences that some other people are having as well, and that usually happens. You're welcome so much, Lynn. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you being here. And a lot of people, like I said, might see the live and they don't want to jump on because I try not to share anything too personal for message with people while we're live. And I just want people to know, if they're watching the replay, that if somebody tries to message you or contact you via messenger and asking you for if you want a reading, or telling you that you need a reading, or you're going to have a tragedy if you don't get one, that is not me. I would never, ever contact you. No legitimate spiritual advisor, psychic, spiritual teacher would ever try to solicit money from you, or solicit a reading from you. So I usually get some spam, in the comments, and I have to go through and delete and block. But I haven't had any tonight, so that's really good. So yeah, yeah. And this right here, yeah, these comments weren't showing up on my phone. I'm just checking it out. So um, okay. So if that's all, nobody else has any comments tonight or anything they want to share, I feel like I was just, I live in one of the oldest towns. Well, actually, I do live in the oldest town in Oklahoma. And I'll just share this story really quick before I get off. I was just feeling called to share it. That my God's just saying, no, no, share your story. So I'm going to share it. So I had we have this park, and it's alongside of the river, and it was a hot summer night like this, like tonight here in Oklahoma, and it was August, and we all decided to go fishing. My brother and some other family members, my husband, we all went fishing. So we're just sitting there, and like I said, we live in the oldest town in Oklahoma, and there's a lot of ghost stories here. Like people see spirits, the old Fort Gibson. And people see a lot of spirits, supernatural, things people experience here that they may not have had an experience anywhere else in this town. And it's interesting. This is like the second town that I've lived in my life. I grew up up north, Plymouth, Mass, and there's a lot of that there too. And I had a lot of those experiences when I was younger. But the one I had here, um, we were all fishing, and we were sitting on this really big picnic table under this giant tree, and I kept seeing something like in the branches in the tree above us, and I kept looking up, and I was like asking everybody there, "Do you see that?" And I just keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and there was like two like darker orbs in the tree. And so anyway, so we're all just sitting there, and they're like, "No, no, I don't see anything." And I was like, "Okay." And next thing I know, we're all there's a train that goes by, and there's like a big like open bridge, like a big long not a covered bridge, but it was open, very old bridge. They've since taken that bridge, decommissioned it. It's still there. You can walk over it, and they built another bridge, but this was before they started to do that construction. So the train was coming over the bridge, and it was a full moon too, which was super cool. So as we're all looking, like the train was kind of like, where the river was. So we're all looking in the direction of the train, and the train was coming. The horn started, the whistle started to blow on the train. And out from the riverbank ran this figure, and it looked like a Native American. And all you could see was just from the waist down. And that was all you could see running up from the riverbank. And it ran, and I saw it, and we all said at the same time, do you see? And we all said the same thing. Do you see that, that person running up from the riverbank? We all knew we were seeing a spirit, um, and it was just from the waist down. And it ran, and there was two like really big cement pilings. I still don't know what those cement pilings were doing up closer to where we were sitting, and then it just disappeared. So I've often wanted to go back, like on a full moon, about the same time, and see if that phenomenon would happen again. I really need to do that. That'd be a cool live. I could do that, But there was three of us sitting there that saw the same exact thing. So that was the first like group. I hate using the word ghost, but spirit sighting that I ever had, of a person, an apparition of a person. So yeah. Linda saying good night. Okay, Linda. Yeah. Oh goodness. I hope it gets fixed soon. Thanks for joining me, Linda. So yeah, that was my my spirit story, my ghost story for this town that I live in. A lot of interesting things, but we have seen some other things here too, on this land that I live on. And some things in another dimension showed up. And my mom actually, that actually happened before that story I just said. So that was actually a group. That was actually a group spiritual, supernatural sighting that both my mom and I had. My mom actually saw it before me. It was kind of like this prehistoric looking animal in my house walking through, just kind of lumbering through like a dinosaur type of animal, very interesting. And my mom saw it. And then when I got up and started following it, it kind of went around the island in my kitchen. When I came around the other side, it disappeared. And my mom was so intrigued. Like she came out of my bedroom, and because she saw it from there and out to the kitchen. And I was like, what's she talking about? She kept asking me if I saw that, and I did see it when she pointed it out to me. I started to see it too. So, and And also another night we saw another strange kind of prehistoric looking creature that looked like a giant bug, which was weird. So, and my brother and I saw that too, and he actually saw it in his car. So he came back to the house and he was wondering what it was. He was calling us out. Did you see this? And none of us saw that, but I believed him. So yeah, yeah, lots of wild stories. I have so many stories, and that's why I was wanting some people to come on, and maybe share some stories they've had. So a lot of really, really, yeah, I've seen a lot of kind of insect like clairvoyant images and spiders too. Really, ugh, nobody wants to see spiders, not even in reality. But then when you see them spiritually, that's kind of creepy. I've had that happen several times. See a lot of things clairvoyantly. A lot of people lately, though, including myself, I see a lot of things with my physical eyes that are spiritual. So that's kind of wild. And they kind of phase in and phase out. So it's always interesting. I don't care how many times you see spiritually, you still question it when you see it. You're like, did I just see that? But you did, kind of works that way. Hey, let me see. I see Peter is watching. Hi, Peter. I actually was just, and I didn't mention your name, but there was something I was talking about. Oh, yeah, about being so busy with life. And we're supposed to be like not so busy as we get older, but we are. Um, oh, you see both too, Gail? Yeah, yeah, very interesting. So you just never know what you're going to see, kind of like the Forrest Gump when you start to see spiritually, and you start to open up your clairvoyance and your clear sight. You just don't know what kind of things you'll see, and it's always good to keep a journal of it because a lot of it well, not a lot of it, all of it means something. So pay attention to it, really pay attention to it. Um, yeah, that made me think of something else about and also dreams, um, yeah, yeah, you know what, Gail, there's let me just put your comment up here so people can see it. There is a lot of things in Arizona. Like, I've had many readings with people out there, and I've had to do a lot of clearing of that land because there's a lot of energy from the indigenous people, and not just in our timeline, like ancient timelines too, like of this land and that place there. So um, very, 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 a lot of clearing. So it's no accident that you live there, Gail. Because we're all exactly where we need to be right now, anchoring in the light. That's the way I see it. So yeah. Anyway, that was that was really interesting. Some of the things I had come through there, like so much clearing, and there were so many people that needed to be crossed over. There was a lot of spirits that I actually saw that. Oh, okay, you're actually in Minnesota right now. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, a lot of people up there too. There's a lot of wild stuff that goes on in Minnesota. So yeah, wherever we are, we're definitely supposed to be there. So yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean though about Arizona, because it's pretty wild. I have never actually been there. Yeah, I've never been to Rochester. Never really spent any time in Minnesota actually. So yeah. So Linda says, I only saw great big huge daddy long leg spider once many years ago. Um, Mushrooms were involved. That's funny. Thank you for that laugh, Linda. That's great. Clairvoyant daddy long leg. It's so interesting about the daddy long leg. They say that is the most poisonous spider, but its mouth's not big enough, so it can't bite anybody. So we're safe from the daddy long leg. Thank God, right? As if we don't have enough to deal with. Um, that's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, that's a good story. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, yeah. Well, if it had a story to tell you, Linda, that would have been interesting. Did it have some wisdom to share? Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. I like that. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody else joined or if anybody else has anything else to say. I kind of got on that story. I do feel like whoever's watching, I'm not sure who it is, but I'm getting some stomach and some sacral and solar plexus chakra clearing. So everybody that's on, I'm just going to send clearing for those areas. Okay. I'm feeling that now. And if I feel it, I have to clear it or I get it. And I don't want it. Although I do love you and I do thank you for joining me, but I don't want it. I have enough of my own. So, yeah, perfect. It's gone. It's cleared. So, whoever was having a little bit of that is now free to go about their merry way. And yeah, interesting. And I did hear, don't eat any fried food, whoever that was. So don't eat the fried food, not right now, especially not at this hour. So yeah, that was funny. Oh, super cute. But anyway, I'm gonna log out, and like I said, it was you, Michelle. It was you. Oh my gosh, yeah, I felt it. I could really feel it. I'm like, oh, I have to clear this. I have to clear it. I just feel energy. And that's why, like, especially with the mediumship, I don't like to do mediumship unless it's like privately with people because I feel so much. And when there's a lot of people's energy to kind of wade through, um, yeah, I have to be careful and like wade through the energy. So, it's hard to discern which person it is that I'm actually reading because I'm picking up on everybody that's actually in the feed. So when I get done, I will be sending everyone their energy back very lovingly and taking my energy back to me. So Gail says, love and blessings always, and you all have an amazingly awesome and blessed weekend. You too, Gail, and be careful. And I hope that you sleep well. And Michelle says, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I really miss you. I used to love, talking with you back in the day, back in 2020, back in the day. Erin, you're still here. I wish you'd chimed in more. I didn't know if you're still here. Yeah, great to see you too, Erin. I hope you sleep well, and maybe we'll catch up sometime soon, okay? Always love talking with you. Good night. And everybody else that was here. Bye, Lynn. Thank you so much. Good night, Linda. Love and light to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Oh, I'm making dinner. Cool. Oh my God, I heard have a shrimp for me. Bye, Erin.